Hey guys, Sign here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create one of the most easiest, most simplest XP farms. I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos about how to create them, and they're very complicated. That you need like redstone, you need like some kind of weird pistons and all that, but this is literally super easy. The most hardest thing is literally you gotta go to the nether and get one soul sand, and that's literally the hardest part. But you can clearly see it actually does end up working, and you got the XP there. And another thing that did add, you don't have to add this, it comes to these chests. You can have infinite amount of storage, you can clearly see here, and I can go even more down. Let's see, I run out of space, I can go even more down. But before I end up showing you how to create this, make sure to actually leave a like, subscribe, and make sure to click the bell so you never miss one of my videos. I am trying to gain more subs, and that would really help out this channel. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to actually create this. As you can clearly see, it does end up working there. I got the XP. I accidentally broke more there, but all that matters is that it actually does work, and it's probably be one of the most easiest, most simplest monster spawners you will ever see when it comes to YouTube. So let's go ahead and get right into that. Alright, so I decided to clean up that little area because everything was made out of sand. But all you're gonna want to do is find where your monster spawner is at. This is literally what I do. When it comes to height, it doesn't really matter. You can go up the exact same, probably go up by 3, and then your roof will be right here. So just make sure it's 3 down and 3 up. So you can, let's say, because most of the time the monster spawners are like around like this. So make sure you just break 3 blocks down, and then just leave your platform there. I know mine looks really nice. It doesn't really matter how it does end up looking because I already know all of it's gonna be underground, and this part you won't really end up seeing it. So let's say you put dirt or whatever, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my water bucket. So what you're gonna want to do now is from this beginning block, you don't want to go 4 to the right and 4 to the left. Alright, so that's how much space you're gonna want when it comes to this monster spawner. It doesn't have to be even. As you can clearly see, mine isn't as even. I can go one more back and it becomes even, but as long as skeletons do spawn or zombies, that's all that matters. And another thing you also have to do is make sure to count 8 blocks from the very beginning to the end. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can clearly see that's 8 blocks. The reason why you only have to go for 8 blocks is because water only travels 8 blocks. So once you put your water at the very back, it doesn't matter what direction it is. It can be this side, it can be this wall. It just depends on how your monster spawner is positioned. It can be any direction you really want it, as long as that the water is only 8 blocks and it doesn't go down. And once you actually end up doing this, you don't want to break 1 block down here, so the water will end up looking like this. The water will not actually go through. So once you have that, the next step is to put water at the very ends of whatever you want to call this. The reason why you want to do that is because the water will end up being pushed, both of them together, and then you can clearly see how I'm being pushed. It will literally push me to this side right here, and the hardest part is literally this next area. You want to put 2 signs here. You can type whatever you want on them, it doesn't really matter. And then you want to get your soul sand. And the reason why I'm saying this is the hardest part is because it's going to take so much water. The reason why it's going to take so much water is because I can easily go up here, put a water bucket, and wait for the water to come down, and the soul sand won't do anything. You can clearly see I'm not doing anything, and the water is just pushing me down. The reason why that happens is because you're literally gonna have to fill up every single block of whatever it's there with water. So I'm literally gonna have to put a water bucket here, then another one here, another one there, and you're gonna have to keep doing that all the way up. So you can clearly see it literally does work. And so make sure before you end up doing any of this to put an infinite water source right next to you, because you will end up needing it because of the amount of water you will need. And it doesn't have to be made out of glass. You can clearly see over there it's made out of stone. I'm just trying to do this so you can clearly see. You can go up by 21, 22, or 23 blocks. I suggest 22 blocks because you want to make sure they do end up getting taken out by 1 or 2 shots. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a water bucket and fill up every single block with water. And do not cheat the system. Don't put 1 water here and then go to the very top with with some water up there, because this is literally what's gonna happen. As you can see, I'm not going any more higher, so make sure not to cheat the system. But due to this new update, I can put a skeleton here. You can see he's not swimming up, and the same thing goes with zombies. So it was at first. You don't want to break the one in the bottom, and then just put a water bucket there. That's literally it, because you're gonna need something so they can be pushed. And then once the next skeleton or zombie does come through, they will be pushed forward, and then they will go all the way up. And it's so fast that they won't end up drowning. Alright, so once you have all of this done, up to 22 or 21 blocks high, you're gonna want to go ahead and make enough room so they can get up there. I suggest to go up 3 because they will end up being like pushed up when it comes to like jumping. And right here you can change the direction where you want to go. I don't want to end up going to the water, so I'm gonna change the direction. I'm gonna go this side over here, so towards my right. And because once you are in there, you will end up jumping, so you don't want the skeletons to get too stuck in there. You can clearly see how they do end up jumping here. And you want to go ahead and break this, and just like any other, go out 8 blocks. Okay, so when it comes to the exact same thing, it's always going to be 8 blocks. So from right here to all the way down here, it's going to be 8 blocks. So let's go ahead and try it out to see if it ends up working. Okay, we have a creeper down here. I guess we're going up with the creeper. You can clearly see it does work with mobs. Even the creeper went up there. And you don't want to keep going out. It doesn't really matter. You can make it to the very end of that. So then let's just go all the way down. You just want to keep breaking blocks, and if you want to keep breaking blocks, it's going to be the exact same size, 23 or 22. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure if you notice that your skeletons are taking too many shots to actually be taken out, you can easily just break another block under. But this is pretty much how the skeleton or zombie farm should end up working. I know with the new updates, it has become like really complicated to create any monster spawners, but this is like the easiest monster spawner I can end up thinking. I know this is literally the most simple looking thing. You can easily just, you know, like how I did in the other one, just add a window, and you can just stand there if you really want to, and you can easily have a quick access when it comes to this thing right here, where the monsters will end up spawning. You know, you can easily experiment with this one because of how simple it really is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just block all of this off and just have it here. And you can just start hitting them once you're down here. It's super easy, super simple. And if you want to get more, you know, technical with this, because it's literally the most like simplest form of the actual monster spawner. I know this one over here looks more advanced, but all I really did is just put some chests down here. I put a hopper instead of the block where the loot is at. You can put a hopper there, connect it to the chest, and you can start going all the way down so it can be more storage. And you can see how over here, here's the glass, and I'm just waiting for these skeletons to start spawning. They're gonna get pushed in, and it's really easy, super simple, no redstone needed. All you need is just one soul sand and a bunch of water. But yeah, it's up to right now. I think this is like one of the most simplest monster spawners there is up to right now. But yeah, hopefully you did enjoy. Please subscribe to leave a comment about anything you want, about any questions when it comes to like the monster spawners, if it's working or if it's not. I'm gonna go ahead and just answer as many questions as you end up giving me. But yeah, this is the easiest monster spawner there will be when it comes to YouTube, and it takes like no materials. All you need is just pretty much just water and one soul sand. That's literally the hardest things. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.